y'all. Today we're going to go over the straight line posture in a handstand. So first I'm going to show what I believe is the leading cause of a bent back, or like a banana back in a handstand. And that is lat inflexibility. So we have to be able to take our arms up over our heads without sacrificing our rib placement. That's step one. If we can't do that, we have a couple exercises that we can practice and that we can work with. The first one I like to just call the hollow body position, and that is a posterior tilt of the hips, tucking your pelvic floor up and pulling your lower abdomen in, and then a contraction of the ribs, pulling the ribs down, which will drop the chest a little bit, and then we're going to bring our arms up into extension. So the hips stay posteriorly tilted the whole time, tucking in, squeezing tight here, and then we're going to alternate between pulling the ribs down, trying to keep them where they are, and pulling the arms back, which will bring the ribs up a little bit, and you can pull the ribs down a bit and bring the arms back. What we don't want to see is as we bring the arms back, our ribs coming out. Okay, because that means our arms might not actually be where they are. A lot of people in their handstands will have their arms here, facing up, but their ribs will be all the way like this, and they're more pushing through their chest than they are through their shoulders. So again, it's posterior tilt, tuck the lower abdomen, pull the ribs down, arms back. When the ribs come up, pull the ribs down, pull the arms back. And keep up that action. They're counterintuitive, they undo each other. But if you just keep flexing that, arms back, ribs down, arms back, ribs down, you'll find that nice straight line posture. I also recommend driving through the heels of the hands to get used to that wrist position. Okay, just check my camera angle here, see where you can see me on the ground. The next postures are very similar to that. This is either kneeling or done standing. The next ones are done laying. They're just different versions of hollow bodies, either front hollow bodies or back hollow bodies. And these 4 different ones done in 2 different ways each. First one we're going to do is just lying. We're going to suck our lower back to the floor, pick up our legs, pull our belly in, and try to lift up our arms, keeping the heels an inch above the ground and the hands an inch above the ground. Just breathing, enduring, working on this front chain. You can see it can start coming out. We really want to try to suck it in. So maybe taking the legs down, just doing the arms while you suck in, arms down, just doing the legs, maybe coming over both. Option 2 on the back is pressing through the legs, shoulders on the ground, feet on the ground, press through to lift the butt. Get that back posture. You can also press butt on the ground, hands on the ground, press through to get that open chest. And if we're strong enough, we may be able to press all the way through and get the whole body to lift, which isn't quite there for me yet. I'd have to bring the arms in, feet in, to get that press up and into the back bend and the bridges, which will also help with opening up that front system. So those are the 2 on the back. Now the belly. Same thing here. We're going to do the compression first. We can start in the plank, and we can open up our feet and knees back. Knees on the ground and start moving the elbows forward. Trying to keep that belly up and in. Maybe coming onto the hands, still on the knees. Maybe we can come on the elbows and come on the feet. Maybe we can come on the feet and come on the hands. And our goal is to spread that out as far as we can, while trying to keep the belly up and in and not letting it touch the floor. Enduring in that posture as long as possible. The other one is on the belly, just a nice Superman posture, legs up, arms up, holding that back posture. Okay. So those are the 4 exercises that you can be done on the laying on the ground, either on the belly or on the back. That will help with the core holding its posture, either in compression or in extension. The last 2 moves we're going to do are going to be on the wall. Handstanding against the wall, trying to get as close to the wall as we can, facing the wall and facing away from the wall. I'm going to start with facing the wall. It'll be a separate video of how to do a handstand on a wall in general. This video is more just straight line postures. I'd say it's a little bit more advanced. This is when you really start trying to hold a tight, straight line posture or position inverted. At first, I like to be more relaxed in my handstands, have a loose belly, be breathing, but eventually in all movements it gets precise and still and really more rigid. That's what we're practicing here. So if you haven't kicked up to the wall yet, wait until the kick-up video, because I'm not going to fully explain it here. So essentially, we're going to start with the hands farther away from the wall, not too far. You want to be able to let your feet hit the wall. But we're going to kick up hard enough to hit the wall. And then we're going to come to that posterior tilt, tuck the ribs position, trying to get that nice straight body. You can also pull off the wall and try to hold it off. But what we're really going to do here is start moving our hands closer and closer to the wall. So I'm just going to jump right up against the wall. Do it progressively, move in slowly. So as you get closer, it gets harder. So we put our fingers right up against it. And now when you get up, you got to make sure you don't push yourself off. And you allow it to accept you on. Okay, same thing, we tuck the ribs. Try to almost put our back to the wall. Tuck the head. Get the butt off and get that nice straight line posture. Maybe pushing through the fingers a little bit to come off the wall slightly. Trying to hold that position. That position, when you're facing the wall, there's still a tendency to arch the back. That's what we're actually trying to get away from here. So we're going to reverse it now, and we're going to walk up the wall. I'm going to show a walk up the wall and a cartwheel kick into the wall. Essentially, you start in a plank on the ground. Put your foot up on the wall. Second foot, and you just hold here again. Take that same position. Posterior tilt. Tuck the ribs. Push through the shoulders. Straight line. And then you can start walking that in. The closer you get, the harder it gets. What we're trying to do is get our head and our chest, your arms up against the wall here. Getting as close, our heels of our hands as close to the wall as we can. You want to be careful not to tip over the cartwheel out. Unless you can do a back bend or something, but you still might scrape yourself on the wall. Try the cartwheel out. If you can cartwheel out, you can also cartwheel into your desired location instead of walking in. Just be careful, you might cartwheel out and over. But we just want to go in nice and close. Maybe take another step in, and then suck ourselves up against that wall. Trying to hold that position. Okay, and then lastly, like I recommend, infantile development first, then apply that infantile development to handstands. I really suggest working your handstand press and your crows, and your endurance, and your breathing in those lower postures first. You're walking in your handstands, controlling that, then controlling the position. Once you can control the position, then you can try to get that nice straight line posture, real tight and rigid. But it's the hardest to hold because you raise yourself up to the highest potential and you just make the least amount of weight distribution that you can. So there's nothing to balance with. You really got to be precise. So I'll try to hit one now for you. It might not be the best. We'll see what it looks like. But what I'm going for is my press. Hold the top. When I hit the top, get the legs up straight, hit that posterior tilt, tuck the ribs, extend through the arms, and eventually taking the gaze off the ground and tucking it back, which causes a little bit disorientation for me still. So that's usually where I start toppling. Let's get a good angle here. Nice. Pretty solid. Hope it's still going. Low battery. Cool. You're still there. Okay. Last thing, I'm just going to show what I think typically people are experiencing. I think their arms can only get here. And then to get your feet in a straight line with your hands, you have to do a back arch. If your arms can only get to about here, then you have to do a back arch to get yourself in a line. And people are kicking up into their handstands prematurely before they can control the motion before the line. So they have to do that sacrifice to stay there, which I've experienced in my practice as well. So this is what I think it typically looks like. Someone just kicks up, they lift up their chest like they're doing a scorpion, they push through this angle. It's a little hard for me to hold. I haven't practiced that one a ton, so I've been practicing the other straight lines and stuff like that. But it's definitely a move in itself. Leads to a scorpion back when you start touching your feet to your head or to the floor. So if you're trying to work that, work it. But I also really recommend getting those lats nice and open. Last little bitty, a little flexibility drill. We can throw our arms down on the ground and try to touch our armpits to the floor, on our knees, or down in your downward dog, really trying to push those hands through, having the hands open. Gives a different feel, turning the thumb up, and you can also do that same posture up against the wall, really trying to push that hand behind the head so you're able to reach that nice straight line posture. Stack the body and experience that line. So I hope this helps. It'll be a little snig bit on social media, but follow it on YouTube to get the full video. Thanks, y'all. Peace.